All right, hi everyone. This is my little notebook, and this summer I posed a challenge for myself. I said, like, for 10 minutes every day you're going to sit down and write something, because I feel like, I don't know, with the dawn of Facebook, everyone's trying to express something, but it's not really, I don't know, I think it's just like my alternative Facebook. Like all my statuses would be in here. So they're just little things that pop in my head. Like I have the names I like. I'm not going to read them to you. Places I hope to live someday. Just things like that. So I guess this is my first entry. It's not a diary. I don't like that name, but here we go. I bought this notebook at a CVS on Hope Street in Providence today because I'm reading Writing to the Bones, and it inspired me to record my thoughts regularly and hopefully become a writer. I love to write letters, I love observing people, and I love sitting down and emptying the contents of my mind. My goal is to find at least 10 minutes every day to just sit down and write whatever pops in my head, and hopefully fill up this little orange book. What I write down doesn't have to be profound, it just has to be honest and consistent. This is not a diary, it's a journal of observations and things that float around in my mind. I talk too much sometimes. Maybe this book will soak up some of my excess talk, like a sponge. That is why I chose orange, I guess. Orange like a sponge. Hopefully I have lots of these books for myself to store away in a shoebox under my bed, like a lot of things I love but don't know what to do with. I'm sitting on the patio section of Seven Stars Bakery across from the CVS where I bought my spiral sponge notebook. I just ate a peanut butter cookie for comfort, and I'm drinking a watered-down iced coffee for energy. This cafe is full of artsy-fartsy, organic, trendy people with expensive hemp flip-flops and salt and pepper hair. They sell sandwiches here that are more attractive to look at than delicious to eat. I'm one of those suckers who buys the pretty sandwiches rather than the good-tasting one. I'm listening to a man-boy in Vans talk about a trip he took in high school with his father. He'd gone to Denver, like I'd gone to Denver 2 years ago. I'm going back home to wake up James and show him today. One. I'm sitting in the bus station in Providence. It's about noon, and I just ate a buttery mess from Dunkin' Donuts because it was the cheapest, and I'll be hungry on the bus. And somehow I wanted to taste something from here. This foreign linoleum dead void of the highway. I paid for my buttered everything bagel in coins, $1.60. And flushed clumsily when I dropped the medal in the merchant's gloved hands. I'm heading to Hartford, Connecticut to an outdoor concert with my friends from high school. I'm eager to see them again and sway carelessly in front of the music and giggle and feel the girlish warmth and acceptance I've grown hungry for. I'm sunburned from yesterday at the beach, and I can feel the angry red under the band of my shirt. I'm excited to sit on this bus and stare blankly at the window and have no obligation to talk or listen or to look like anyone. I want to put my headphones on and imagine I'm the heroine of one of those low-budget indie movies with a killer soundtrack. Alone and independent and brave. There's a man sitting near me, a grown man with black New Balance sneakers, heavy black eyebrows, and a giant plastic green ring. The kind you get when you put a quarter in one of those gumball-type machines. I think that maybe something's wrong with him, because his clothes are too deliberate and functional, like he had no choice in the matter, and he's staring at the dirty floor like it has something to say. Two darling girls with small dresses and beads in their hair stumble around the station, cooing and swaying, full of joy and curiosity. All right, this is my last one, about my little brother. William is my brother. He's 10 years old with flat feet and crinkled ears. He watches way too much television and talks until he runs out of breath and takes dramatic, gasping fistfuls of air and then continues his thoughts in desperate squeaks. His shiny eyes are like the woods after it rains, brown and green, flecks of both competing for space in the almond round void. He's deeply sensitive and asks fragile, deep questions like, why do the trees look so sad when they're bald? Questions you have to stop and think about, questions you really don't know how to answer. He mimics every cartoon character he sees, picking up bits from television and clumsily incorporating them into his life. Here, I'm going to skip over some stuff into the end. He looks at you with a scrunched up face, and you're wondering what he's picked up on this crazy world that TV hasn't shown him.